Hello, everyone. It's Helen here with Helen. Thanks for joining me on this snowy day here in Casper, Wyoming. As of this morning, we officially have 27 inches of snow outside, and it is still snowing. We are under a winter advisory until 5 p.m. this evening, and then once the snow subsides, then the wind is supposed to kick up over the next couple days. So it is going to be a beast outside. Even if you wanted to leave your house, you're not leaving your house. People are snowed in right now. They can't open their front doors. They can't open their garage doors. There are vehicles getting stuck right outside my house. They're not going anywhere. They're just out there spinning their wheels. I'm like, why did we even try? Unless, of course, you drive a tank like my husband, and then you're barely going to get through it. Over the last couple days, he had to get up at 2:30 a.m. in the morning to go out to the airport to plow runways and to de-ice and do everything that these hardworking people do, because I admire them getting up in these elements and going out there and working. And he said this morning, and so what I'm about to tell you means a lot to me, and you're going to know why. He said this morning that the roads out to the airport were the absolute worst roads he's ever driven on. Ever. Keep this in mind. He is 56 years old, so he's been driving for 40 years. He has been a fireman for 27 years, which tells me he's been on a lot of different roads. He is an avid hunter. He's drove cross country to hunt. He goes up into the mountains and plays. He doesn't care if there's a blizzard. Usually he will just strap on some chains onto his tires and he rolls. And so the fact that he told me that they were the absolute worst roads that he has ever driven on, I took that literal. I took that very seriously. In fact, when he told me that, I was just like, I was like trying to envision that, because you guys already know my paranoia of driving on icy roads, because every single day I ask him every day, because he has to be up early. He has to get to work early. So I'm always like, how are the roads? How are the roads? I'm like obsessed with that. And it's always like, they're fine. They're fine, to the point where I'm like annoying to him. And so this morning when he says they were the absolute worst, I was just like, oh, you're kidding. It's like, I almost want to see him for myself, but I don't. It's like, I'm not going anywhere for a few days. I think most people aren't going to be going anywhere for a few days. It sounds like out at the airport, though, even though they're keeping the runways clear and they're de-icing and they're doing everything that they need to do to keep things going, most of the flights were canceled yesterday afternoon. All the flights were canceled today. So you're not getting in, you're not getting out. Most of the town is shut down right now. So everybody is safe at home, I hope. I always say this, but you always get a few crazies who go out there and they want to ride it out, and then they get stuck, and then everybody else has to go out and try to rescue them. It just gets wild and crazy. It's like, just stay home. I deliver groceries on the side. And so this weekend, we already knew it was going to be bananas. And I absolutely love how God gives us like a little forewarning. Usually, we don't always get it, but usually he gives you a couple days, right? If you're going to have a hurricane, or if there's going to be some like weird tornadoes running through, or if you're going to have a blizzard like we're having, sometimes you get a little heads up, like, hey, get to the store, get some bottled water, get some extra groceries. You know, we get a little bit of time to prepare. So we knew that this storm was coming. Some people didn't think it was really going to come. Some definitely didn't think it was going to be as bad as it is. But yes, it ended up being worse than they had even expected. So they're saying this is probably the worst winter storm that we've had, which is just wild. And so here I was at this store trying to get groceries for people to prepare for this storm. And not only that, I'm sure with the Easter weekend coming up, and people were just getting done with spring break here. So they'd been on vacation for a week. It's the first of the month, so it's payday. And so there was all these things that make it a little extra busy. I would show up and get their groceries. I was waiting for over an hour per pickup to get my vehicle loaded to get the groceries over to these people's houses. And so I bet at that point, they're not mad that you're even late. They're just grateful that they got their groceries. At least I'm hoping that was the case. I was talking to the guys and gals over there, and I was just like, wow, it's sure busy here. It feels like Christmas time. And they're like, oh no, it's even way busier than Christmas time. And I'm like, yes, it was so busy. But at least now we know most people have some extra food. So if you are stuck inside, at least you have some extra food, so that if it's a week or so and you can't get out, then you're not going to starve to death. I think now's a really great time too, when you can get outside, get out your front door eventually, to go check on maybe some of your neighbors, maybe those that, you know, maybe didn't make it to the store, and to see if they need some food or if there's anything that they need and if they can't get out. I mean, this is a great time to check on, you know, your your elderly neighbors or anybody else who may need some assistance. So I'm thinking that I'm going to kind of look around over the next couple of days and see if I can't like check anybody's house out that might need some help. I'll throw on some snowshoes and I'll make my way over there. And so hopefully, yeah, I'm blessed because, you know, the only time that I've had to go outside today, which is a few times because I mean, give it, of course, today, my dog's not feeling good. The day that we had this huge blizzard, my lab isn't feeling good. So I've had to open that garage like 5 or 6 times. And this last time I'm like, oh, it's not going back down. The garage is not going back down. And she's literally buried up to her head like this in the snow. And so, but I think she caught like a little crud or something because she hasn't eaten anything all day, no bones, no food, no water. So I'm like, really? As long as it stays there and we don't start going to the point where she's having to go to the bathroom, I guess we're going to be fine. Hopefully she'll make it through it. But so she's not feeling good today. I've been opening the back sliding glass door, but the snow is like piled up to like here. So you open it up and of course it's falling in, but the poor baby birds that I've been starting to feed, they're out there like, what is going on out here? So I can't crumble up the breadcrumbs fast enough. Like I'm going through a loaf of bread, trying to chuck it just to get it to the birds so that they can just sweep by and grab a little bit to keep them warm. You know, they need a little bit of food too. So I'm out there feeding the birds. I'm out here trying to take care of the dog. But that is genuinely my only exposure to being outside, at least today. And so I just wanted to give you all an update on what was going on here. And it's, again, if I'm sure if you're from Casper and you are one of my friends on my channel, you already know it's just like the schools, they're shut down. They're doing virtual learning today. They're doing virtual learning tomorrow, which is smart. I bet it probably ends up being most of the week. And I think most doctors' offices are closed down for sure, like, you know, daycares and everything else. My son, he actually wanted somebody to Uber him like food over here. Like, for starters, they can't open the gate, so they're not gonna be able to get in to bring you your food. And do you really want the poor like Uber drivers out there driving over to our house in this blizzard to bring you Burger King? I mean, and so he was disappointed, even though I told him, I'm like, I bet nobody's driving out today to bring food. He was disappointed when he seen that they were closed. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So that's what we have going on here in my house today on this snow day. I just wanted to say hello. I wanted to tell you what was going on here in Casper. Watch maybe a couple of my little videos. I posted a couple snow videos. I even have some greater ones that I took today. Maybe I'll have to put them on my channel so you can kind of see what's going on in the backyard now. You know, I'm a backyard fanatic. I'm always posting about weather. In fact, my girlfriend and I, we sat on the phone today and we laughed for like an hour because I was telling her, you know, I'm supposed to be a meteorologist. Like that's my inner calling. Like I talk about weather all the time. At the coffee shop for 20 years, I talked weather. What do you think it's going to do today? Do you think the wind's going to blow? Do you think it's going to snow? Are the roads icy? And so I got so addicted to talking about weather and tsunamis and talking about nor'easters. It's just like, in fact, when people start talking in that lingo, I'd be like, it's just like, it was my love language. And that's why we were laughing about it because I'm obsessed with it. My son actually came up with a song when he was little for me. It was like this little jingle he came up with. It. My mommy loves tsunamis because I was just sitting there watching the Weather Channel and what is the hurricane going to do? And what's the... Oh, it's an addiction. It's an honest addiction. And so I'm going to keep posting different videos about weather and different places I travel to, things that are beautiful outside, outdoors. That's my love. And so hopefully you guys enjoy that a little bit. Over the next few days, I'm definitely going to make a video as we go into Easter weekend and talk about Jesus and what he's done for us. And I can't wait to make that video. But I hope that everybody today has an amazing day and send a little sunshine my way. And I'm going to blow a little snow yours, okay? It'll be a nice balance, a nice trade-off. So have a great afternoon. Thanks for watching. Bye.